Hi, this is Marc with Raw Nutrition. Today we'll be comparing the Omega Juicer 8006 and the Omega Juicer 900HDC. First I'll start off with a few comparisons. These are essentially the same type of juicer, single auger masticating juicer. We'll look on the back here. This is a newly redesigned body, just a bit bigger and a new shape. The switch, the on-off switch, is now higher up at the top here. I'll show you the switch on the previous model, the 8000. That switch was lower on the bottom. Just a little harder to get to. The new one I find is a bit more practical. These juicers are actually interchangeable. The locking mechanisms on both are the same, so you can actually interchange the parts on each juicer. But that's pretty much where the similarities stop. We'll go more in depth with the new one. Actually, I should lift this open. The opening is more oval. This is now 2 inches by 1 5/8 of an inch. In the previous generation model, the 8006, the opening was just, or still is, 1.5 inches. So there's definitely more space with the new model 900. Over with the caps, when you open up the juicer here, the new model has an adapter you can put on the end to help reduce the pulp that comes out, tighten it up on it. And that cap offers you, 5 adjustments, basically from 0 to 5. It'll tighten up on the end to keep more pulp inside. Put that together. The screen has been redesigned, very similar, but the new screen on the 900 model has these ridges on the back side, probably to improve its strength. And the augers are identical, so these two juicers are using the same augers. I couldn't find anything different between them. Interchange them, they both fit with each other. Juicing bodies are definitely not the same. You can't fit the screen of the new one in the old one, or the old screen in the new one. That just doesn't work. So let's assemble these together. We'll be doing a juice demonstration. We'll see if the yield is the same and how each one works. I'll dial this to 5. Keep the most pulp in. And compare what they have with the juice. These are the pulp collecting bowls, a little bigger with the new 900 model. And the juice collecting bowl has a handle. Now they're clear instead of the frosted white. The screen, this screen fits on the 800. No longer does it have a screen. It comes with this 900 model. For juicing today, compare them equally. We will not use the screen. Okay, what we've prepared here are 2 pounds of carrots. Since our opening is smaller with the 800, we did cut them into quarters so they would fit. The new larger opening, the 900 model, your chance to do carrot halves. You could probably get in whole carrots if they're not thicker than 1 5/8 of an inch. So let's get our juicers going. And we'll start to see how these work. Now with the horizontal type juicers like this, you do occasionally need to push your vegetables in. So So you do have to use your pushers to get your juicer to take up the vegetable. A little interesting here to juice with two juicers at once. Get my bowls in place here. So the Omega 800 or the Omega 900 are basically the same juicer. One has a silver finish and one has a chrome finish. We're demonstrating here today the chrome finish 900. Really the same. Compared to the previous models in the 8000 series juicers, this is the 8006. You have the 8004 that is white. And you have the previous generations that were also white and chrome, the 8003 and the 8005. Functionality is the same with all the 8000 series. The new 800 and 900 series offers a larger feed chute and the pulp adjusting on the end. Both these juicers come with attachments for extruding pasta. There's also a homogenizing screen that you can put in. It will basically block the juice part and everything will come out at the end. So for homogenizing foods, making frozen desserts, and that. So that all those parts are the same with this new 800 or 900 juicer. I'm having fun juicing with two juicers at once here. You can see neither one is any harder. They both take up the vegetables pretty well. Definitely I'd say a little faster with the 900 because the pieces are bigger. I can empty my plate a little more quickly. You definitely have to push your vegetables in with these types of juicers. It's not at all like an upright juicer like the Omega 350 or the 400. Both these juicers have a 15-year warranty. Covers all parts and motor. I'll try to feed a few more parts into this 8006 juicer since I'm falling a little behind. So with these horizontal type juicers, preparation ahead of time is really important if you want to reduce the juicing time. So you gotta cut your vegetables in smaller pieces. For the 8006, with this 900, you're able to go in halves, able to feed more pieces at one time since the feed chute is bigger. Okay, let me concentrate on 8006. We'll be able to compare at the end our juice yield if it's any different between these two models. I don't expect it to be. Pulp seems to be coming out the same. Nice advantage of these juicers is they're pretty quiet. compared to centrifuge juicers that are very loud. They're nice and quiet to use. Gotta make sure the pulp doesn't fall back in my juice. So as I mentioned earlier, we have 2 pounds of carrots on each side. This one was prepared in smaller pieces, make it easier to feed into this feed chute. Okay, well there you have it. We completed juicing with both juicers. I'll take away our plates and we will compare the amount of juice that each one has given us. Let's take away our pulp. There we go. Let's see our yield here from each juicer. I've also got a strainer. Strain and remove any pulp. Okay, so we pretty much have about the same amount of pulp, maybe a little more here in the 8006, but I think a little bit fell from my pulp bowl back into it. Take these out of the way. And now let's compare our juice yield. Well, looking at this, they are pretty much both at 400 milliliters. We have 400 milliliters over on the 8006. Just a little less than 400 over on this side. So pretty comparable. I wouldn't say one is giving you more juice than the other. I would say the 900 is a little easier to use because you can put in larger pieces and you can juice more quickly, accomplish your juicing more quickly with that. Other than that, both are excellent juicers. Manufacturer's warranty is 15 years on each one. You really can't go wrong with either choice. The 900s are a little more expensive. Other than that, if you like the design, I would go with the new one since it's a little easier to feed. If you want to save a little money, go with the older model. Again, this is Mark with Raw Nutrition. I hope you enjoyed our comparison between the 8006 and the 900 HDC. Please check us out online, RawNutrition.com, and stay tuned for more videos comparing juicers side by side.